Hello Africans, today I would like to talk about why many of our development plans are unsuccessful. For example, we have copying many action plans from outside of the African continent, but does not working in Africa. For us as Africans, we must ask ourselves what we want and what we want to do. Then we set up action plans. First, we must acknowledge that we have our own education systems that are in line with our environment. We must have curriculum that is taught and relevant to our environment. For example, curriculum of agriculture, fishing industry, a vocational education training, even in science and technology. Let me name a few things that I find to be holding us back as Africans. First thing is security. We as Africa, we must ensure that our continent is safe. We have ended the conflicts between the tribe and the tribe, country by country, region by region. In security, children will study, people will go to work, farmer will go to the farm to produce crops so as to make sure that we feed ourselves. That's why you can see rich countries like Congo, her people are poor because there is no security. Not only Congo, many areas around in Africa. If you look at Nigeria, Boko Haram there, people are not engaging in economic activities, people are running away, and some people are killed. Who will make progress in such an environment? We have seen what's happening in South Africa. Africans kill each other and call strangers or foreigners, while all Africa we are one. Number 2 is education. We must have an education that can solve our challenges, make people aware of our opportunities and the challenges. The education that shows the people that these are natural resources and how we can utilize that natural resources so as to make development in our continent. Education that teaching children patriotism. African countries annually send professionals abroad to study, but many of them do not see their contribution. We have engineers, we have doctors, but it comes to grit work, we doesn't see them. It is very difficult in Africa to hear that the Nigerian construction company is building a road in South Africa, or the president of Ghana is taking treatment in Tanzania or Muhimbili Hospital. It is difficult, but it is easy to see the president of any African country to get treatment, even food treatment, in Western country or Asian country. I wish one day to see Africa being built by Africans. Third one is language. African countries have many languages which cause us to be confused. There's people who are speaking Swahili, people who are speaking Portuguese, English, French, Spanish, Belgium, and now people are starting to learn Mandarin or Chinese. All these languages are used in Africa, and there are still we have local language, but these languages are dividing us. It makes it difficult for Africans to communicate easily. For instance, those who are speaking French, it is difficult to communicate with those who are speaking Portuguese. Those who are speaking English, it is difficult to communicate with those who are speaking Swahili. This is a barrier for our people, and we are already divided. It is good now that we have one language and we already have Kiswahili. Let us make it the official language for every African. And last one is good politics. politics in African countries has become a major source of conflict. Every end of election in our countries have been violent. We must end these things. The Western is very clever. They use election as one way to divide African people. All major countries in this world have two political parties or one. Let us look at the country such as China. The country is 1.4 billion people, but has only one party. How can you divide China? But look at our countries. The small country like Togo, Burundi, if we go in terms of election, we could find a lot of political parties. And this political party will divide people according to the interests. And the worst things that of which of these all parties are being funded by West, only then you will know something is hiding behind. Also, while at the top politics, many of our leaders take the lead not in saving the people, but in interest of the Western world. Fellow Africans, I remember the word of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere of Tanzania when said that in order to continue to build a great development, or in order to have a development or to develop, we need three things or four things. First one is people, land, clean politics, and good governance. If we have all these four things, we'll move forward. So my fellow Africans, for those few, let me leave here, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our video. Thank you.